Well, I apologize. That didn't work. I was trying to go live with my buddy Daniel. My first interview. He's my best friend. I was trying to go live with him, but technical. I don't know if it's my phone, his phone, YouTube not allowing it, but technical difficulties. So that was a pain in the neck. And now this isn't the original stream that people were waiting to join. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work either. Let me see if I can do anything. Mm, let's see. It's not working. I don't understand. I don't understand. Hey, Peter. How you doing this morning, bud? Hey, Peter. Were you waiting in the waiting room for this, or did it show up separately? Because I was trying to go live with my buddy Daniel, and after 3 or 4 attempts. Good morning. I am doing well. Good morning. So my intention was to go live with my buddy Daniel. Good. I'm glad you could see me. So originally it was split screen. It was supposed to be me and my buddy Daniel, so we could have a conversation on here, make it a little easier on me. Um, Having somebody with me, that would be nice. But I don't know if it was a problem with YouTube or a problem with his phone, my phone, but it didn't work out. So here we are, and I apologize to anyone that was waiting in the original waiting room. I apologize. Hopefully, anyone that's waiting over there sees this. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I wish I knew more about it. Hey, Jason, welcome in, my friend. I appreciate you being here. Um, Anyone that joins in, if you have a question you want to ask me, type it in. Love to hear it. So it's football Sunday. Um, I do not have any football on yet. I'm a big football guy. I like watching football. Uh, I'm a Patriots guy, obviously, being from New England. Um, let's see. So I was finally able to post the interview that I did with my buddy Steve Moy. I hope you guys have checked that out. I thought it was pretty good this morning. Um, Made my son some pancakes and bacon, and then made some my cheese omelet and bacon for me and Megan. So everybody's fed. My son wants to do a light bright. I don't know if people my age remember light bright, but got my son a light bright. So after I do this, we're gonna be doing a making a new light bright picture. But yeah, it's I was hoping to maybe go to the farmers market today, but I didn't have enough time with the time that this stream happens because they open at 9. Hi, Kristen. Kirsten, sorry, Kirsten. Haven't seen you in a while, Kirsten. I remember early on seeing your name a lot. So when I get into overthinking mode, best way that I've found to snap myself out of it. And you say that as a chronic overthinker who hasn't quite cracked the code. Yeah, I don't know if I've cracked the code on that, but I'm uh I'm a big overthinker. Um I really will get like paralyzed with fear sometimes, depending on what it is. I guess the most recent thing has been my financial situation. I know that I need to fix it. And I know that I need to do better. Um, but I'll sit and think about what I could do or what options I have, or who do I know who do I know that does work that I would like to do? Who do I know that might be hiring? Uh, you know, and then I'll think about, well, how much will that job pay me? What will the time with my son and what will the time with Megan look like? Going back and forth from Riverside to Venice, and That's just the most recent thing that I've been overthinking, where it's just like, um, you know, I talked to Daniel or I talked to my buddy Rick. I worked with him doing some construction last week one day for cash, and he was like, just get into action. And so I applied for a job online, and I've been reaching out to people, but I don't think there is a I don't know if there's a hack outside of just moving my feet when I get into overthinking. I hadn't been to a meeting in a couple weeks. Yesterday, when me and my son got to Venice, he mentioned a meeting, asking if I was going to go to one, and it started at 5, and it was already like 5:30. So, but we just went. I just, instead of making an excuse like, "Oh, I'm late, I don't want to interrupt," I just went. Um, Typically, getting into action is the only remedy for overthinking for me, is just getting into action or doing something else that um, brings me back to the present moment, so that I can kind of get out of that future tripping. Or but I haven't quite figured that out either. I wish I had. Let's see here. Shout out New England. Heck yeah. Peter. Yeah, Light Bright was great. Tom, I appreciate you. I thought it was a good interview. Nothing groundbreaking or earth shattering. It was just nice. That's the first time I've gotten to have someone on here that knew me as a young person. Hopefully, I'll be able to do that. I mean, I will be able to do that more. I'm probably going to have to either figure out how to do interviews on Zoom, or wait until I go back to Massachusetts and interview some childhood friends, or maybe if they come out and visit here. Um, yeah, I really enjoyed that. It was nice to see Steve. I hope you guys check that out. Let's see. Belfast Dave, life is serene and sweet for you. Yeah, I overthinking's a big thing for a guy like me. And I don't know if that's just because I'm an addict, or that's in recovery, or if it's because I'm just a man, or being an only child. I couldn't tell you what causes the overthinking, but I engage in it pretty consistently, pretty much every day. I'm overthinking something. Um, what else is going on over here? Um, it's been a little. It's actually been a lot slower with the YouTube channel. Last month, I think I only got a couple hundred. This month, I guess I should say, in September, I think I only got a couple hundreds of new subscribers. I haven't put out as much content, um, but I'm trying to get back on that. Did 3 this week, and now this live. So I'm fixing that, trying to get back to basics, and getting into action instead of overthinking it. Um, oh, you have cousins in Upland, Peter? That's where Megan's from. We go to Upland, I would say pretty regularly, um, maybe every other week or so, because her mom still lives there and her sister lives there. So yeah, we go to Upland. Um, Let me think. I was gonna talk to Daniel. It would have been so nice to have Daniel on here. Um, he's just a really smart dude, and we just talk about great things. I'm planning on interviewing Megan again and getting Megan on here. Someone was asking in the comments, um, what they were kind of. I think the question was directed towards Megan, like what it's like to be in a relationship with someone in recovery. She would have to she would have to answer that. I can't really answer that, but I think that would make for a good topic. And this morning, scheduling a live at 10 a.m. California time on a Sunday. It's not the brightest move in the world, because there's about, probably 6 or 8 NFL games on. So it wasn't really the brightest idea. And I could tell there's not too many people have joined in, I mean, compared to what it used to be about a month ago. Um, Yeah, quality over quantity. I agree, and trying. I'm getting back into it. Not too much has changed. There's not too many new things going on in my life, so I don't have too many new topics to speak on outside of my son lost his first tooth. He's doing really good in kindergarten. I am trying to figure out what I want to do when I grow up, being 40 now. Um, in the process of, I shouldn't say I'm in the process of, I contacted my friend Mark, who runs Soft White Underbelly, to get some headshots done. He had time this week, but I was in Riverside this week, so that didn't work out. So I need to reschedule with him, see if we can make something happen. He's super helpful and a very generous guy. He's always trying to help me whenever he can. Um, yeah, Megan is the best. Thea, I agree. Megan's the best. Um, Let me think about what there really isn't too much else going on. I got to drive back to Riverside to bring my son back there tonight. Maybe we can go to the farmers market after I do this live and get some fresh fruits and vegetables. That would be nice. Love farmers markets. If anybody has anything that they would like to ask me, shoot it. Um, yeah, I didn't really. It was a busy morning. I didn't really come very prepared. Just wanted to go live and see if anybody wanted to hop in and ask me anything. I missed you guys. It's been a little while. Um, what else is going on? There isn't much new that I haven't told you guys about. That's why I was hoping to bring Daniel in here with me. Would have been nice. Jesse Tillman. Have I thought about going into nursing? Jeez. Um, my mom was a nurse in the operating room my whole life. I've never really considered doing any jobs that I had to go to college for, if I'm being honest, because I don't really want to do that. Um, but I mean, nursing is a great job. I know people that are nurses and they do well, and it's a fulfilling job. I know it's pretty difficult being on your feet all the time. Have I considered it? I guess, yeah, but like not seriously. I haven't really. I haven't given serious thought to any jobs that need a college education because I don't have one, and I'm not going to college at 40. Doesn't feel like the most exciting thing to me. But that could be part of the overthinking thing that I was talking about a few minutes ago. Peter, do I like camping? Yeah, camping's cool. Megan and I went to Big Sur for my birthday at the end of August. Such an awesome trip. It's amazing. Um, yeah, camping's cool. And I don't have my microphone right now, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I left my microphone and my tripod in Riverside yesterday. After my son's T-ball game, we came out here and I just didn't remember everything. And I apologize for that. Let's see. Dave, I appreciate you. Yeah, I never expected this to reach a million people. Anyone that it does reach matters to me. I'm doing this for the one or the 10 or the 100 people that need it or that can make use of it. If if anyone sees this, maybe not this live, but see any of my videos that you find useful or that maybe someone that you know or love could use, send it to them. Let them know about it. Um, it's probably going to be the only way that people hear about this is from word of mouth. I don't have a I don't have a team of marketing agents that are putting my stuff out there. It's just me. Although that's not true. Solo Center helps me with the thumbnails and stuff. But yeah, the only way people are going to see this is word of mouth. People sharing it with other people. Um, but if you don't find it that useful, then I would say not to share it. Only if it suits you. If you think that it's useful. Um, Let's see. Do I have plans to do the meetup still? I would love to meet people. I would love to meet you guys in real life. I don't know. I guess I would have to take a poll and see how many people are in California in the LA area. But yeah, I would love to do that. Um, could I do college online, Peter? I guess. I guess I could. I just, I don't know, man. If I'm being honest, I just don't know. Was college never an option for me, or did I just not want to go? So many kids are pressured into going. College was an option for me early on. I was planning on going to college to play sports, but that all changed. That all changed in high school with my coach teacher that I've talked about a lot on here. Um, I stopped playing sports as a senior in high school, and you don't really have an opportunity to go to college to play sports when you quit as a senior. Um, so that all went out the window, and then I didn't even take the SATs because I knew that I had no shot without sports. I couldn't pay for college. My mom couldn't pay for college. It wasn't like that. Um, so when I graduated, I moved to New York and tried to do the acting and modeling thing for about 6 months. Found drugs, and now I'm 40. Here we are. It was an interesting ride from 2004 to now. But yeah, college was an option until I stopped playing sports due to my coach at the time. Is it his fault? Nah, maybe not. Maybe I wasn't good enough to go to play in college. I don't know. Those times, my memories are a little mixed up. Sometimes I think I was a good athlete. Other times I think I was trash. I don't know. I guess I'd have to ask some people that I grew up with. I don't really know. I think I was average. I was an average athlete. But yeah, I did want to go to college when I was younger. Not so much now. Although I think I could do it, I just also feel like I would be wasting valuable time. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. Did I ever consider joining the military? Yeah, I considered joining the military, and then I realized that I don't know if I could do it. I thought about joining the military a lot. I mean, I've even thought about it as a grown man. I've thought about it within the last couple of years. But when I was younger, I think I was convinced that I couldn't handle it mentally. I think physically I'd be fine, but mentally I don't know. I don't know if I could hack it. Military's I respect the military a lot. I don't know if I could pull it off. Physically, I think I could. But emotionally and mentally, I don't know. I don't know if I could make it through. But I thought about it, yeah. Appreciate the questions. And I don't know if Megan's just repeating those questions from other people or if she's just shooting those questions. Either way, I love you. I appreciate you. Um, what else is going on? I don't know. I have an appointment this Thursday to go like see what my side of fertility looks like. Me and Megan have been trying to make that happen. And so I have an appointment Thursday to go see what that looks like at 40 years old. Um, what else is going on? Wish I had more going on to talk to you guys about. Have I ever had any major health problems? Kirsten, back in 2020, maybe? Was it 2020? I don't remember. I got this thing. I had this lump in my neck. I was working at a car dealership in Corona, Hyundai dealership. And I didn't know what it was. It took a while. I had Kaiser Healthcare, which was horrible. Um, but eventually they did a biopsy and it was like I had lymphoma. But they did surgery and got rid of it. I guess that would probably be the only major health scare that I had. I didn't know what that was gonna look like, but they got it all. Other than that, I mean, my appendix burst when I was in my late 20s while I was using. I thought I was just dope sick, but apparently my appendix had burst. That sucked. But no, health scares. Yeah, the thing in my neck was the only one that I can think of. Yeah, health. I've been relatively very lucky as far as health goes. I mean, I cut my finger on a table saw. That was scary. I thought I had lost half my finger, but luckily I did not. Um, yeah, the lymphoma in my neck was the only health scare that I've had. Let's see. BSK. I appreciate you. Been going through some stuff. What have you been going through? Let's talk about it. BSK. Tell me give me something that you've been going through. Maybe I can speak on it. If I still think about Peter, if I still think about college, yeah, I don't even know how to go about looking into things like that. If I'm being honest with you, and I just really need to work right now and make money right now, um, to pay for my life and rent and my son, and so yeah, it feels overwhelming to think about studying and trying to work because right now I'm just trying to work and that's not working out. So to add to that just feels crazy. Um, do you ever do an if then game as part of my overthinking? Yeah, of course I do. Yeah. If I do this, then what does that mean? Of course, all the time. Yeah, too often. Yeah, if I try to take college courses that's gonna make less money right now and it's gonna prolong a career, and is that true? No, probably not. I mean, if I don't do this, is someone gonna be upset with me? If I do this, is someone gonna be upset with me? If I don't do this, is Megan still gonna love me? If I don't do this, is my son still gonna want to spend time with me? Yeah, I'll do that all day long about everything. Let's see. Jesse Tillman, coaching your child's team. You coach your child's team. Okay. Yeah, I know that wouldn't pay well, but coaching my son's team would be cool, not at this age, because going to his T-ball games is rough. I do not have the patience for what they do. It would have to be later. I Not for me. I don't have the patience for that. It's hard even just being there watching it. Never mind coaching it. Hi, Maria. Snap on the burst appendix. Yeah, it sucked. It was painful. But again, I was using, I thought I was just dope sick, so I kept using and I just kept throwing up. I didn't understand what's happening. Eventually, I went to the emergency room. They got rid of it and they took it out. You've been in a relationship with a married woman. Okay. Um, I have been there. Well, she was engaged, and I spoke about it in my soft white underbelly interview. When I was younger, I've been there. I was in a relationship with someone who was engaged, and at the time, I thought I was in the right. I thought that I was better for that person than the person that they were with, and I came up with all sorts of justification as to why what I was doing was okay. Um, Although, deep down, I knew it was wrong. But I remember telling myself, like, I'm not the one in the wrong. I don't, you know, I don't know that guy. I don't owe that guy anything. I don't, you know what I mean? And if the girl was happy, would she really be giving me the time of day? No. So she must not be happy. And seems like I'm making her happy. So I'm just gonna, you know, but I was also, I was in a dark place at that time. Um, we were using together. And eventually, you know, that situation ended in worst case scenario. She's no longer with us. She took her life. So my experience with that is my only experience with that. And I would like to think that nothing like that, I would never engage in anything like that again. Do I think that's how yours is going to turn out? No. Do I think that being in a relationship with someone who is already in a relationship is healthy for either one of you? Probably not, but like who am I? But I have experience with that, and I had to seek a lot of therapy for the stuff that I did. Um, and karma came back, and um, karma came back, and I got mine. What that looks like for other people, I don't know, but you know, the universe righted that ship, and it wasn't pleasant for me. But you know, I think you should talk. I think you should talk to the girl that you're seeing. See where it's going. See what they want out of this. See if they're, I mean, are you trying to marry this person, or are you just, having fun? I think there's a lot of questions there that would need answering. But that, yeah, I've been involved in that, and it's a tough situation. But I'm sorry that you're going through that. You know what I mean? It's not great. Mention the table saw accident. Yeah, woodworking was great. Yeah, I mean, I was cutting flooring. It actually wasn't wood. It was a piece of tile flooring that I was cutting, not tile, LVP, luxury vinyl plank. And it was my own fault. It wasn't even during the cut. I finished the cut and I put my hand under the piece of flooring to pick it up and just stuck my finger in and filleted the tip of my finger. It was my own fault. Just being careless, trying to be fast, trying to work quick and get it done. But yeah, I enjoy working with wood. I enjoy doing flooring. I enjoy doing all sorts of work. Um, what I enjoy the most, I couldn't tell you. Honestly, I like helping people more than anything. Whatever that looks like. It's what I enjoy. Let's see. Amanda, hi. Hey mate, Sunflower Girl. Hello. Doing amazing. I hope you're doing well as well. It's nice to talk to someone who is as much of an overthinker as me. Yeah, I think it's a pretty common thing. Overthinking in America. I mean, just bombarded by information all the time. How can you not overthink? Just when I think I know what's going on, I see something else that makes me question. I think by design, because we're consumers. I think that's everyone. Everyone's just so full of shit. And I apologize for swearing, but like, I mean, really, everyone's just so full of shit. And I can only, our society where I am in America just always wants you to think like something's wrong or like that you can do better. And can you? Probably, but like, you're okay. And I don't think that society wants you to know that you're okay. Because if you're okay, then that means you don't need the medication that they're trying to sell you, and you don't need the new Apple Watch. You don't need the new phone because your phone's just fine. You don't have to cheat on your spouse with this other person that you see on Instagram because it looks like their life is better. Like, everything is okay. And that's not pushed enough in society. Um, you know, these days things aren't worked through. People don't want to work on, like, back in the day people used to work on their cars, and now people just buy new cars, and people used to work on their relationships, and now they just hop on a website and find somebody else to be with. Um it's a real throwaway society these days from what I see. And who am I? I'm just a guy, but everyone's just so full of shit. No one wants to tell the truth. No one wants to talk about the way they feel, unless talking about the way that they feel like is going to get them something in return. But like, if people would just understand that, like, they're okay with what they got, even me included, um life would just be a little more beautiful, my opinion. Tom, are me and Megan watching anything fun on TV? So we don't usually watch too much TV. We've been watching Breaking Bad again, rewatching that. We don't watch too much TV. I'm being honest with you. Megan's in the other room helping me with this. My son's waiting for me to finish so we can do Light Bright. BSK. Um, I get it. I get it. I used to use. I used to manipulate a lot. I understand. I understand. Amanda, get back to work. I appreciate you stopping by. Jesse Tillman. I agree. Love yourself. I know. Codependency's tough. God, that's a tough one. Ann Wood. Good to see you too. Back to day two. I mean, listen, you're okay. You know, just keep pushing. Keep trying. Just stick with it. You know, keep coming back. Do the best you can. Give yourself a break. Show yourself some grace. Um, Hi, Monica. Are you in the right place? Did I go out and come back? You're in the right place. If where you meant to be is live with me, you're in the right place. I tried going live with Daniel a couple times and you couldn't see him on the screen, so I had to. This is probably like the fifth live that I started today, and I apologize for that. But Monica, you are in the right place if this is where you want to be. Yeah, you're in the right place. Um, and it's good to see you, Monica. I appreciate you. Always here to support. Tom, it's always good to see you too, my friend. Tom Langdon, Tom Steele. We got a bunch of Toms in here. Belfast Dave, WTF Brad, Monica, Melanie, Jesse Tillman. We got a lot of regulars in here. Peter Turnbull, I've seen you a lot in here. Appreciate all you guys and girls. Can anyone think of anything that they would like to chat about? Because if not, hey, Monica, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You didn't have to do that. You're the best. Can I heart that? Heck yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Stuff like that really, really matters to me. I love you for that. Thank you so much. I'm hoping to, I don't know if, if Megan wants to, but I would like to go to the farmer's market still. It opened at 9. I'm a big fan of the farmer's market. I won't spend it all in one place. I'll spread that out. $2, 5 different places. I appreciate you so much. No, I'm going to use it towards, you know, gas to get to an interview, to interview someone for this podcast. Anything that people donate to this podcast, I'll use for the podcast. Can I talk a little bit about the importance of self-love? I think self-love really is like a superpower. I didn't really have it as a young person. So someone asked me, this is relatable. Somebody asked me one time what I think, how I'm gonna try and raise my son so that what happened to me doesn't happen to him. And they asked what I think like the best practices are, or what's the best thing they could do to try and help prevent something like that. In my opinion, I guess the answer could be like Brazilian jiu-jitsu or, you know, buy him a gun, but in my opinion, self-love and self-worth is the best thing that you can teach someone, a child, um, to try and protect them. Teach them that their body is their body and nobody else has the right to put their hands on them for any reason. Um, and teaching them that they have worth. I think would be the most useful thing, because if they know their value, they won't let someone treat them in value like they don't have value. That's just my opinion though. Self-love for me these days is huge, you know. And really, if I don't love myself, who's going to love me? It starts with me. Well, it starts with God, really. But when I tap into that, it starts with me. I got to love myself, or why would anyone waste their time loving me if I don't love myself? And again, my opinion. This is just my opinion, but self love, I think, with children is just huge. Like Megan was taught at a young age that she like, you know, was a good student and a good athlete and a good daughter and stuff. You know what I mean? And I think that carried her, you know, through life with a confidence and like a, a self-worth that I didn't really go through life having. I had like, I guess, some confidence, but not in who I was. When I was young, I was just confident in my athletic ability and the way that I looked, not so much what I brought to the table as a human being. And I think those are two very different things. Um, it's like the thing I talked about with Hutch, validation versus self-worth, which is, those two things can feel the same on the surface, but they're two very different things. Being validated, this, I'll speak for myself, being validated by a pretty girl, feels great. And but it's not the same as like the self-worth that I get from going to the gym and knowing that I'm healthy. Both great feelings. Um, One's a lot easier to get. It's a lot harder to go to the gym all the time and work out and eat healthy, and but the self-worth that is bred from doing that, whereas the validation from a pretty girl can just be taken away whenever she chooses. Um, Self-worth wins every time. Validation's nice. I like it even on here. When a bunch of people watch a video and a bunch of people comment on it and say this really helped me, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good because for lots of reasons, like, for the right reasons, like this is awesome. I'm helping people, but also for like ego reasons, like, hey, this is cool. A lot of people are watching this, maybe this is going to work. Maybe I'm doing the right thing. There's all sorts of layers to all that stuff. Danielle, hi. Ontario, Canada. Hell yeah. Love Canada. Love Canada so much. Peter, self worth. Yeah, it's huge. I love that you guys are talking to each other in the chat. It's amazing. This is great. Yeah, I did. I started loving myself way later in life too, like late 30s. I just turned 40. Haven't really loved myself for that long. I like myself, but it took a lot of yeah, I did a lot of things that I had a lot of guilt and shame over. And that's hard to work through, when someone's like, give yourself a break and you should really love yourself. It's like, if you were witness to all of the things that I've seen myself do, I don't think you'd be saying that, but that's not true. That's just overthinking and, the addict part of my brain trying to manipulate me back into using. Everyone deserves a second chance. Everyone deserves forgiveness. Everyone deserves love, I don't know what everybody. There are some monstrous people out there. I don't know if Puff Daddy deserves to be loved. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like there are some people out, Jeff Epstein. I don't know if he deserved love, but on the whole, I think people are pretty good. If they're given the opportunity, I think people are good. People will be horrible also given the opportunity, given power and, money and property and prestige. People will do some horrendous things, but I think generally people are good. I like to think that. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I see people do horrible things every day, but I see some beautiful things too. Just in church today, they were talking about loving others and your neighbor. Yeah, and yourself. I agree. Anybody have anything else that they can think of that they would like to speak about? If not, I'm going to see if I can convince Megan and my son to go with me to the farmer's market. Always maintain that there are more good people in the world than bad. Belfast Dave, I agree. I think I think it's really easy to get caught up in the negativity and the evil stuff, but I think generally people are good. That's just what I think. I think people are easily swayed one way or another, but if they're swayed towards good, it's I generally think that people are good because we're made in God's image and God is great. So I mean, I think naturally deep down we're good. I think it's hard to battle with, the flesh and, desires. Like I have desires. Um all sorts of desires. Sometimes I desire to just lay around and do nothing. Sometimes I desire, I'm very lustful, um, selfish. Like I have all sorts of desires, but those are like earthly, fleshly things that like don't belong, you know? They really don't have any place in like good natured people. But I try and fight those. I'm working through it. I'm just a man, just a flawed man. Um, but I do the best that I can to the extent of my willingness at the time, you know. Um, that's okay if you're not religious, BSK. Um, I'm not, I wouldn't say that I am I wouldn't call myself religious either. Yeah, I'm a very spiritual person. I believe in God, believe in the universe. Some people call God different things. I think as long as you believe in something outside of yourself that is bigger than you, that has the best intentions for you and other people, then I think we're all talking about the same thing. But spirituality is where I land. I do like, I read the Bible. I do like things like that. I do like biblical literature and I do like the stories that it tells. And I'm a Jesus guy. But I wouldn't say that I'm religious. Maybe that doesn't make sense. Maybe it does. Yeah, the human mind remembers negative things a lot clearer than positive. Yeah, there's a thing about relationships. For every one negative thing that happens in relationships, you need like 5 or 8 positive things to outweigh that because our brains are wired to remember the negative things. Remember listening to that on a podcast, found it very informative. I think it was Jordan Peterson, someone much smarter than me, that was talking about that, and it blew my mind. It's crazy. So I try to do a bunch of good things so that when I inevitably screw up, that it doesn't completely ruin everything that I've worked for. Let's see. I will have a great day with my son and Megan. Peter, I appreciate that. Farmers markets are great. Tom Steele, I appreciate you. Go make some great choices. Spend the Sunday with your favorite people. Hope me and Megan and the Toothless Critter have a great day. I appreciate you, Jesse. I appreciate you coming in and stopping by and being here. Um, Monica, being Christian's cool. I was raised Irish Catholic. It's all the same. We believe the same stuff. Be good to other people. Treat them the way you want to be treated. I believe in God. Don't cheat, steal, murder. It's all the same. Just be a good person. I'm 100% with you. There's no such thing as a perfect Christian. Don't let anyone that tells you that they are. I would stop talking to that person and seek a different group of people. Just my opinion. Um, just like when a politician is talking about, you know, when someone says, "Listen, I wouldn't lie to you," most likely they're about to lie to you. If someone says, typically, "Oh, I'm so humble." Mm, don't think you'd be saying that if you were. So I would be careful. Be careful with people. Just like when someone says, "Oh my God, I can teach you how to be rich. You just got to pay me $40 a month." It's like, sounds good. Yeah, sounds great. But like I said, people are full of shit. Everybody. Me sometimes too. Sometimes I'm full of shit. Human beings are just full of shit. And it's hard to work through that. But I try. And I know a lot of good men that try and women. That's all we can do is try to be better. Um, do I know the annoying young Jack Doherty? Yes. Do I know him personally? No. Do I know of him? Of course. We share a name. Yeah. He yeah. Imagine I could get an interview with him. If I could get him somehow, that would be amazing. If anybody knows the young kid, Jack Doherty, and could connect us so that we could interview each other, um, I don't know that he would like me very much. His lifestyle is very different than mine, but I think that would be very interesting. Yes, I know who he is. And he's young. He's young. He's got a lot of money. He's got a lot of people in his ear. It's probably a very difficult way to live. Although, I'm sure he has a lot of fun. I'm sure his life is not easy with all the shit that he has going on. You go to church twice on Sunday. If it weren't full of Christians, I hear you in Belfast, Dave. I know. Yes. I mean, I'd rather listen. That's why I wanted to go live with my buddy Daniel. My buddy Daniel, I would say single-handedly got me back into God and like introduced me actually to Jesus. And just in an informative, loving way. He wasn't like you need to be this way or you're going to go to hell. He wasn't like I'm this way so you need to be this way. He just gave me information, both based on biblical stuff, but also based on like historical things and other religious aspects, and let me come to my own conclusions. And he let me ask questions and he answered to the best of his ability. But if he didn't have the answer, he would not make one up. And if I asked a question, like not too long ago, I asked him a question. So Cain and Abel, you know, the biblical story, Cain and Abel. Um, you know, Cain kills his brother for jealousy. And then God says, you need to leave. And he says to God, like, I don't want to leave. They'll kill me. But at the time, Cain and Abel were the first two children of Adam and Eve, I believe. So if Adam and Eve were the first two people and they had two kids, Cain and Abel, and Cain kills his brother, in my logical mind, okay, so then there's only Cain, Adam, and Eve. So when he says they're going to kill me, like, who's he talking about? So now I'm like, Daniel, who's he talking about? There must have been other people on the earth. The story doesn't make sense. And he's like, what's it matter? Like, why does it matter how many people were around? Why does it matter that he said that? The moral of the story is not about whether or not there were other people around at that time. It's about God forgiving him for killing his brother. And and don't take me, I could be screwing that up, but he just helped me refocus on like what that story was actually about. And so I didn't need to know the answer to the question that I asked him because he answered it. Wasn't the answer I wanted, but the answer was like, you're focusing on the wrong questions. And I'm okay with that. You know, he's just, he helps me see things in better perspective. Let's see. You want your name in blue? Yeah, August 27th, I turned 40. I'm a Virgo. Yeah, Megan brought me to Big Sur. Um, on probably the best birthday trip I've ever had. I can't remember a better trip on any of my birthdays. It was amazing. She made it so special. We ate some great food. We camped out. We saw some really cool things. Walked the beach. Went on hikes. Spent time together. Played Yahtzee. Played Rummy 500. In a tent. It was just really cool. It was a great experience. And I just hope that I can make her birthday as special in January. And I'm going to do everything I can to make that happen. But yeah, so we've been in here for almost 50 minutes. I appreciate that, Peter. I mean, if you heard my knees when I stood up after sitting on the floor for a while with my son, my body makes the noises of a 40-year-old for sure. But I do what I can to keep in decent shape. My beard's getting all gray and white, and I got depending on the lighting, I got plenty of gray hair. But I appreciate you. You going to a wedding in Carmel in December. I don't know if I've been to Carmel. Oh, wait. Oh, no, we drove through we drove through Monterey in that area, on the way to and from Big Sur. What am I talking about? Yeah. We actually went to a really good bagel spot somewhere out there. I can't remember what it was called, but it was amazing. It's a great stop. I was glad I stopped. Yeah, we did. That's right, babe. Good morning, Melanie. It's good to see you in here. August 20th, and you turned 40. Heck yeah, Danielle. Welcome to the club. Megan's gonna be, although not till next year. I am a year older than her, but she's catching up. She'll join the club soon enough as well. So can anyone think of anything that is pertinent, that they need to know, that they need insight on, that they want to know about me before I try and convince Megan and my son to go to the farmer's market? Can anyone think of anything groundbreaking, earth shattering that you need to know about that I haven't touched on? I appreciate everybody that's here. My Boston Bruins mug. Hell yeah. I appreciate everyone that joined in. Monica with that super chat. I appreciate that so much. The support is amazing. Um, Anybody that's ever donated to my PayPal for the podcast on my homepage, that's probably the biggest deal. Because it comes instantly and YouTube doesn't take any of that. So I mean it's very, very helpful. Appreciate anybody that's done that for me. My son appreciates it. Megan appreciates it. Um, yeah, unless anybody has anything, I'm going to let you watch football. I'm probably going to watch some football in a little while, but I'm going to go try and convince Megan and my son to go to the farmer's market. Well, I have a little bit of cash on me. It's not much, but I got a little bit. I could get a few things, But we will see. I know my son wants to play with his light bright, and I'm going to have to help him with that. Me and Megan both will. But yeah, I love you guys. Everyone that showed up, I appreciate you. Check out my videos if you know anybody that you think could benefit from them. Jesse, hey, thank you so much. It's amazing. Can I heart that? Hell yeah. Thank you so much. That's your first super on a live stream, Jesse. It just told me that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate the support so much. Tom Steele, of course. Love coming live with you guys. And I'll do this more often. And it'll be more exciting, and I'll actually have more things to talk about. And I won't just be sitting here hoping that you guys ask me questions. I'll come with some content and some topics. Jesse, thank you. I appreciate you. And Monica as well. Thank you everybody that showed up. Hope you have a wonderful Sunday. God loves you. I love you. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's a beautiful day out there. Watch some football. Let's see. Uh-oh. My phone's not working. It's not letting me stop the stream. I'm going to have to stay live forever. Maybe Megan can help me figure this out because it is not working. Can you still see me in here, Meg? Yeah, I still see you, babe. That's so weird.